Alright, Slick. On this first flight, I'll be in your backseat. There's no stick back here, no one to save you should things get hairy, but I've got tons of experience in this beast, and I'll be able to see trouble before it gets too bad. We'll go up together, I'll talk you through a few maneuvers, and if you pass, you'll be with Instructor Rios until you graduate. Sound good?
Yes, sir.
Excellent. Let's go. After you strap in, make sure you ask for the power to be plugged in so we can talk through the intercom. Let's start her up.
Yes, sir.
Chief, turn on the ground power.
Copy.
Chief, connect ground air supply.
Ground power is now on. Copy. Ground air supply is now connected.
Roger. ICS comm check. Roger that. Check. Landing gear indication extended and transition light off. Select LTS on master test switch and verify all lights illuminate. Select fire DET EXT on master test selector and verify left and right fire go lights illuminate. Select INST on master test selector and verify that engine, fuel, wing sweep, and alpha instruments are working. Arm ejection seat. Close the canopy. Okay, set gun rate, sidewinder cool off, missile prep off, missile mode norm on ACM panel. Make sure emergency stored jettison push light is out. Set air source to off. Hydraulic transfer pump to off. Set emergency flight hydro to low and check for on flag in emergency flight low hydraulic pressure window. Set emergency flight hydraulics to high and check for on flag in emergency flight high hydraulic pressure window. Set emergency flight hydraulics to auto. Engine crank switch to right. Right throttle to idle at 20% RPM. Check that crank switch returns to off at around 50% RPM. Check that right generator and right fuel pressure caution lights are off. Check engine instruments within normal parameters. Order plane captain to disconnect external power.
Chief, turn off the ground power.
Engine crank switch to left. When combined hydraulic pressure reaches 3000 psi, switch engine crank switch back to off. Set hydraulic transfer pump to normal. Hydraulic transfer pump to off. Set engine crank to left. Left throttle to idle at 20% RPM. Check that crank switch returns to off at around 50% RPM. Check that left generator and left fuel pressure caution lights are off. Check engine instruments within normal parameters. Order the plane captain to disconnect the external air.
Chief, disconnect ground air supply.
Cycle air source switch to left, right, and then both engines and verify airflow in all positions. Set hydraulic transfer pump to normal. SAS channel switches to on. Cycle engine mode selectors and verify that each engine's secondary mode caution light illuminates. Set UHF function selector to TR plus G or both. Set TACAN function selector to transmit receive. ARA 63 power switch to on. Turn on all displays. Turn on radar altimeter. Erect the standby attitude gyro. Extend speed brake partially, retract then extend fully. Check for fluctuations in stabilizer to verify integrated trim operations. Extend and retract fuel probe. Emergency wing sweep handle to full forward. Set external lights according to situation. Verify flaps and slats operation and then down. Flight controls wipeout. Toggle DLC and verify stabilators shift with DLC input. Set anti-skid spoiler brake switch to spoiler only.
When you're ready, I'll call for taxi.
Test spoilers and throttles. Set anti-skid spoiler brake switch to off. Retract flaps and slats. Set maneuver flaps to down. Set wing sweep to 50 degrees using manual mode. Retract maneuver flaps. Set wing sweep mode to bomb and verify maneuver flap retraction. Set emergency sweep handle to 68 degrees. Set emergency sweep handle to 68 degrees, then oversweep until HZ tail authorization caution light goes out and over flag appears in the wing sweep indicator. Set wing sweep mode to auto. Press the master reset button. Run radar altimeter bit by depressing the knob. Check that displays are set as needed. Run TACAN bit. Run ARA 63 bit. Set altimeter reference pressure and reset mode.
Visual approaches in use. Advise on initial contact you have information Bravo. Nellis information Bravo, 1315 Zulu. Wind 210 at 8 knots. Visibility greater than 10 miles. Few clouds at 9,000. Temperature 70. Dew point 35. Altimeter 3011. No sig. Departure runway 03 right. Arrival runway 21 right. Visual.
Compare compass heading with IMU heading on HUD, VDI, HSD, and BDHI. Check flight instruments. Okay, we're ready to taxi.
Chief, disconnect ground air supply. Chief, remove the wheel chocks.
Ground air supply is now disconnected. Copy. Wheel chocks are now removed.
Okay, ready.
Set the HUD to takeoff mode.
Okay,
Adjust the radio volumes as required.
okay, done.
Set the radar altimeter to 5,000 feet.
Check.
Turn on all exterior lights except for the formation lights.
Okay,
Check the ATIS on button 11 for the QNH and set the altimeter.
okay, done.
Nellis clearance, Gunfighter 1-1, ready to copy with Bravo, South 4.
Gunfighter 1-1, Nellis clearance. You're cleared south here via the Dream 6 departure, then as followed. Squawk 4021, departure frequency will be 273.55.
Squawk 4021, departure 273.55, Gunfighter 1-1.
Gunfighter 1-1, read back correct. Contact ground on 275.8 prior to taxi.
Copy. Contact ground. Nellis ground. Gunfighter 1-1 at Foxtrot, ready to taxi with Bravo.
Gunfighter 1-1, Nellis ground. Turn left Foxtrot, right Alpha, cross runway 03 left, hold short, 03 right.
Left Foxtrot, right Alpha, cross 03 left, hold short 03 right. Gunfighter 1-1. Okay, here we go. Tap the brakes when we start rolling to make sure they work. Then woggle the rudders to make sure the nose wheel steering is functioning.
Copy.
Okay, let's go through the takeoff checklist. Brakes.
Check OK. Accumulator pressure's up.
Fuel.
Normal feed auto transfer. Dumps off. Feed tank's full and go set.
Canopy closed, locks engaged, lights out, stripes aligned, handle in closed position.
Closed. Locks engaged. Light out. Seal inflated. Handle in closed position.
Seat arm top and bottom, command eject aft, strapped in 6 ways.
I'm on top and bottom, showing MCO in the window.
SAS.
All on.
ATLS.
On.
All circuit breakers set.
All miners set.
Master test.
Off.
BiDi.
Normal.
Compass. Standby gyro. Altimeter.
Compass synced. Standby gyro erect. Altimeter set.
Wings.
Swept.
Trim.
Set 000.
Harness lock.
Mine's locked.
Controls.
I'll get it on the runway.
All warning and caution lights out.
Mine are out.
You ready to go?
Ready.
Nellis Tower, Gunfighter 1-1, holding short runway 03 right, ready to go.
Gunfighter 1-1, Nellis Tower, wind 210 at 8, clear for takeoff runway 3 right.
Clear for takeoff 03 right, Gunfighter 1-1. Okay, let's spread the wings, spoilers and anti-skid, flaps to maneuver, take the runway, and stop on center line.
Wings at 20 auto. Both lights out. Maneuver. Spoiler module on. Spoiler brake selected.
Now hold the brakes, throttle up to mill power and perform the control wipe out.
Here comes the wipe out. Left, right, forward, aft, free and correct.
Okay, now release the brakes, and as the plane accelerates, let it fly off the runway with just a little bit of RAF stick. Once the nose lifts off, let the mains come off the runway, up the nose slightly and quickly raise the gear so we don't overspeed. Climb at a shallow angle so we can accelerate, but keep it below 450 knots if you can. Remember, we don't need the burners in this B model. This plane's a beast.
Yes, sir.
Make sure the nose wheel steering is off by 100 knots.
We'll go.
Nellis departure, Gunfighter 1-1 with you, South 4.
Gunfighter 1-1, Nellis departure, radar identified, climb to 7,000, maintain 350 knots, low heading 344 with truck stop and resume on navigation.
Gunfighter 1-1, copy all. Switch the steer command to DEST to have the waypoints displayed on your HSI. Truck stop is waypoint 1. Also switch the HUD to cruise mode.
Roger.
truck stop. I switched to waypoint 2 on the HSI, which is Juneau. Climb to 17,000 feet.
Yes, sir.
Hey Slick, I hope you're as excited to fly the Tomcat as I was. I got a ride when I was just a middy, and it totally changed my life. I was hooked from the very first second, seriously. She's an amazing bird, legendary for good reasons. A true pilot's plane. If you can learn to master her and deal with her quirks, you'll prove yourself to be a very good pilot.
Yes, sir.
Today's the first step along that journey. Concentrate on the details. Conquer the minutia. The little things matter when you are working to become a Tomcat pilot. Let's have some fun, but remember, if you don't learn to fly the Tomcat properly, she'll end up flying you.
Got it.
Agent 2, just want to make sure you can make your descent, present position to apex.
Wow, I've never been this busy before.
Gunfighter 1-1, approaching Juneau, contact blackjack on 377.8.
Gunfighter 1-1, switching.
March.
Blackjack, Gunfighter 1-1 at Juneau, checking in ASFRAG.
Gunfighter 1-1 Blackjack, you're cleared into southward from surface to 35,000 feet. Contact Blackjack when ready to RTB.
Gunfighter 1-1, Wilco. Okay, Slick, let's proceed to Sucky Peak, which is our fixed point. It's going to be the bullseye for today's mission. Let's get familiar with this beast. Get yourself level at Angels 15, 350 knots.
Wilco.
Flight 7, Golf 17 has your line clear. We're flight level 200 in the blocks, 190, block 210, perimeter 2. So you're clear to rejoin.
And keep it set, we're ready for contact, copy, cleared to rejoin, and we're at 2 by 16.
Okay, ready.
Hey, Slick. Before we get started, let's see how good you are with the departure and spin procedures. You ready?
I'm ready.
Okay, good. Let's hear it.
Now?
Hey, you said you were ready.
Upright. Stick forward neutral lateral, harness lock. Throttles go vital. Rudder opposite turn needle yaw. If no recovery, stick into turn needle. If yaw rate steady increasing or spin arrow flashing or eyeball LG sensed, roll sats on, stick full into turn needle and aft. If recovery is indicated, controls neutralized, recover at 17 units AOA, thrust is required. If flat spin verified by flat attitude, increasing yaw rate, increasing eyeball LG, or lack of pitch and roll rates, canopy jettison, eject. Inverted. Stick full aft neutral lateral, harness locked. Throttles both idle. Rudder opposite turn needle yaw. If recovery Recovery is indicated, controls neutralized. Recover at 17 units AOA, thrust is required. If spinning below 10,000 feet AGL, eject.
Alright, nicely done. Let's continue.
Yes, sir. Thank you.
Okay, we'll start out easy. Left hand 360-degree turn. First, roll left, then stop the roll. Then smoothly pull the stick back to set 5 Gs while you add afterburner as needed, adjusting the angle of bank to keep your altitude plus or minus 200 feet. Roll, then pull. 2 separate motions. Nice and smooth.
Roger.
If you want to find the Tomcat, you're going to have to pull harder than that. Come on. Not as much angle of bank. Get it back up there. Okay, that was really sloppy. Let's try it again and keep it on altitude.
Yes, sir.
Not as much angle of bank. Get it back up there. Alright, well done. Now we'll do the same to the right. Roll, then pull. Let's go.
Okay.
Figure 7 squawk 4366.
If you want to find the Tomcat, you're going to have to pull harder than that. Come on. Not as much angle of bank. Get it back up there. Increase your angle of bank. You're climbing. Next. As you know, we don't actually have ailerons, but we still call this maneuver an aileron roll because spoiler roll sounds stupid. We'll do one to the left and then another to the right. You've done them before, but never in a Tomcat. Let's set up at 15K, 350 knots. Pull the nose up 10 degrees. Stop. Neutral stick first, then all the way left. Try to stop exactly wings level. Got it? Let's go. Aileron roll to the left. Go. We'll go. Alright, well done. Now let's do one to the right. Same setup. Ready? Roll right. Go. Okay, roll's complete. Looking good. Let's get into the vertical maneuvers. This plane is a true dogfighter, and if you want to kick ass in the visual arena, you gotta master the vertical. First, just a basic wing over. It's a really graceful, gentle maneuver where you'll reverse your direction of travel by pulling up into the vertical, pivoting on a wingtip, and come out of it going the opposite direction at the same altitude and airspeed. Understood. Get yourself on a cardinal heading, north, south, east, or west. Same basic setup, 15,000 feet, 350 knots. When you're ready, begin a 2 to 3 G, pull straight up until we get to 45 degrees nose up, then start programming in some angular bank. You want to be at 90 degrees angular bank as you're halfway through the turn, then let the nose start pitching back down as you ease out the angular bank. Again, you want to come out of this flying in the opposite direction you started, but at the same speed and altitude.
Yes, sir.
You ready for the wing over? Alright, let's go.
B41, air boss, how do you read? Bleed 41, loud and clear.
That was pretty ham-fisted. Give it another shot. One of the common errors is starting a turn before you got the nose high enough. Try to get at least 45 degrees nose up before you begin programming the turning.
Yes, sir.
Blackjack, Cajun 4, checking back in off the tanker, established northern holding. Alright, well done. Let's do one to the other side.
Yes, sir.
Alright, nice work. Let's move on to the loop. Basic shit here. Same setup at 15K and 350 knots. Plug the blowers into max. 4G pull, making sure you keep the wings level. Once your nose high and the airspeed begins to decay, intercept 15 minutes angle of attack and hold that as you go inverted and nose back down. Once the airspeed and G build back up, get back on that 4G pull and come out of blower to control your speed. You need to begin on heading north and come out of the maneuver on the same heading, same altitude, and airspeed.
Okay, got it.
You ready? Okay, cool. Speed angle set. Blower in and pull.
Ready.
Alright, Slick, nice work. Check your wings parallel to the horizon. Keep that 4G pull till we hit 15 units AOA. Alright, we should be heading exactly opposite the compass heading we started from. Make sure you keep the 15 units AOA pole. Keep the nose tracking. Look as far back as you can to visually catch the horizon. Keep coming in to scan the instruments and AOA so you can do this 100% by feel. Make sure you're at a burn. Get on that 4G pull, but no more. Start modulating your altitude and airspeed from here on to end up on the same heading, airspeed, and altitude as when we started. Okay, not great. Let's try it again.
Yes, sir.
Page 36, just be advised, we're at Angels 26.5, and we're number 2. Check nose is cold, switch is safe, and 06 is home. Sir.
Okay, cool. Loops are done for now. Let's get into Half-Cuban. The first half is the same as a loop, but once you get your nose pointed back toward the ground at 45 degrees nose down, stop your pull, neutralize the stick for a moment, then roll wings level in either direction. The objective is to finish the maneuver on the opposite cardinal heading from the one you began. Again, you've got to finish at the same altitude and the same airspeed, but heading in the opposite direction. You ready to do Half-Cuban? Okay, hit it.
Okay.
Ivan 1, continue reference 060, stand by targeting, Ivan 1.
Number 1.
Ivan 3, reference 060, Ivan 3.
Okay.
Ivan 3, reference 060, Ivan 3.
Nicely done. Now for the famous Immelmann. Basically, the first half of a loop. Same setup for the airspeed and altitude. 4G pull till you hit 15 units. Hold that until you're inverted, heading in the opposite direction, and your nose is 10 degrees above the horizon. Stop the pull, neutralize the stick for a moment, and roll wings level in either direction. You should finish up going in the opposite direction. It's just half a loop, stop and roll. Ready to Immelmann? Go.
Roger.
Next you do the back half of the Immelmann, the split S. Start at 22K, 200 knots on a cardinal heading. Pull the power at middle, first roll inverted, neutralize, then pull to 15 units. As your airspeed and G increase, pull to 4Gs and modulate throttles to roll out in the opposite direction at 15K and 350 knots. Piece of cake. You ready? Go.
Ready.
Okay, nicely done. Now to finish up, we're going to put those last few maneuvers together into what's called a squirrel cage. You'll start with a loop, go right into a half-Cuban, no pause into an Immelmann, then finish up with the split S. No stopping between maneuvers. You've got to begin and finish at our standard speed in Angels, 15K and 350 knots. Pick a cardinal heading, make sure you keep your proper G, AOA, and roll control throughout the 4 maneuvers. Hit 15K and 350 at the bottom each time. Ready to bang out a squirrel cage? Alright, let's go. We'll go. Blackjack, Sniper 4, flight at Bighorn, ready for RTB. Sniper 4, Blackjack, radar contact, proceed direct ARCO, contact approach. Sniper 4.
Copy that, check blocks. You have a 2-ship off your 6 at 30,000 right now.
Okay, we're done with the basic aerobatics for the moment. We're going to move into some slow speed handling, so turn off the roll SAS. We're going to do a few high AOA maneuvers. True stick and rudder mastery is really critical to being a good Tomcat pilot. The next maneuver is the high AOA flat scissors practice. Slow speed, high alpha competence is just as important as the vertical and horizontal maneuvers we do. The goal is to get so slow the other plane flushes out in front, and you won the fight. Understood. We'll set up at 15K, 220 knots. Pull the nose up to about 60 degrees at low power. As the speed comes down to 180 knots, start feeding in the burners. But remember, the goal is to fly forward as slowly as possible. Keep that nose parked up high. As the airspeed decays, lower the nose to keep the speed around 100 knots. It's all rudders from here. If you move the stick too far in either direction, the spoilers will pop up on that wing and kill lift. You'll know you're doing it right when the stick is all the way back, neutral laterally, and your boots are dancing on the rudders. See how slow you can get moving forward. A slick B might be able to get down about 100 knots. Got it. Once you're comfortable moving in a straight line at high AOA and slow airspeed, feed in a little rudder to initiate a turn. Just a little is all you need. Remember, no lateral stick movement. That just kills lift off the wings. When you get the turn you want, feed rudder in the opposite direction to stop it. When you get comfortable, weave your weight back and forth in an S pattern. This will further decrease your downrange travel and increase the chance the opponent will flush out ahead of you. Yes, sir. You ready to go? Alright, stick back and get that nose up. Power to mill as we climb. Burner, once the climb stops, keep the nose up. Keep slowing down. Yes, sir.
Control 3225, just want to see if you have clearance for Dogs 41 if it's going to be the same as for Razor 3-1 direct Tambo 250.
Gucci 25 affirmative, that will be for all receivers coming to you today.
25 copies, thanks.
Got it? Alright, let's get the rudder going now. Stick in your lap, neutral laterally. A little rudder to change heading. Opposite rudder to get back to wings level. Rudder in the opposite direction to turn the other way. Easy with the controls. Work it back and forth.
Roger.
Alright, nicely done. Let's get the roll SAS back on and do one of my favorite demonstration maneuvers. The zoom climb is super fun and shows just how powerful this beast is. We are a rad configured F-14B. No tanks, no rails, big ass engines. As close to a rocket ship as the Navy owns. For this next demo, I want you to get on the deck at 200 feet AGL, 450 knots, and when you're ready, hold 4 Gs into the vertical as you plug in the burners. Once you're 90 degrees nose up, unload the stick a little to keep the nose at pure vertical, then just ride the rocket. Once the airspeed hits 200 knots, gently pull the 15 units and roll onto your back inverted, stabilize, and then roll upright in either direction. Let's see how high we can get this baby. We'll go.
Maintain flight level 190. Correction, you're cleared to conduct fueling along your AR 625, Flanker 7 disregard. You're cleared to the track via direct climb, maintain flight level 190.
To the track, direct climb in the 190, Flanker 7.
Ready to zoom? Let's hit it.
Here we go.
Super fun, right? Let's get down to 25K, 350 knots for a couple Mach runs.
Yes, sir. Okay, ready.
Once you're ready, unload slightly to about 0.5 Gs and full blower. The unloaded Tomcat accelerates much faster. Let's get up to about Mach 1.3 and do a few easy turns. With the wings all the way back, it's just the differential elevators doing all the work.
Roger.
Pretty quick, right? Okay, gentle turns, easy on the stick, no rudder. Let's make a 45-degree turn to the right, then level the wings, then return back to the left.
Roger.
Okay, done for today. Nice first hop. We got a great sense of how the F-14B maneuvers throughout the entire envelope. As we move through the syllabus, we'll continue to get more comfortable with this beast.
Yes, sir.
Alright, exercise complete. Let's head to Stucky's Peak and I'll call Blackjack.
We'll go.
Everyone maintain flight level 210 out in range, Nellis range altimeter 3008. Clear scheduled, clear tactical.
Questions, Michael?
I could push 16. We're in a 2+2+2 formation, cleared to rejoin to the lead element. Flanker 7, route right side. Flanker 8, route left side.
Yeah, Flanker 7 will come.
You fence out while I call Blackjack. Check our fuel state, check hydraulics, check engine instruments, make sure nothing's leaking and all systems are operating normally.
Roger.
Blackjack, Gunfighter 1-1 approaching Stucky's Peak. We're complete in the South 4, ready for RTB.
Gunfighter 1-1, Blackjack, copy. Radar contact, proceed direct to ARCO, contact approach.
Gunfighter 1-1, switching. ARCO is our waypoint 3. Pass it at 15,000 feet and I'll contact approach.
Yes, sir.
Cajun 2 unable, high tech initial for traffic. Cajun 2, contact
this way, just in case I get to 7500. Okay.
Nellis approach, Gunfighter 1-1, checking in at ARCO with Bravo for the carrier break.
Gunfighter 1-1, radar contact. Continue inbound to Nellis. Expect the carrier break, runway 21, right-hand pattern.
Gunfighter 1-1, copy all. Let's continue towards Apex, which is stored as our IP. You want to pass it at 4,500 feet MSL as we set up for the initial. Switch to HUD to landing mode and make sure the hook bypass switch is set to field. Otherwise, the indexer lights will flash in order to warn you to lower the hook. Okay, got it.
November 5588 Papa, radar contact 5 miles northeast of Nellis, clear through Las Vegas, cross Bravo airspace, we have present heading.
Clear to Bravo airspace, maintain current heading, Payday Papa.
Number 206, maintain 7,000. Number 80 Papa, maintain 6,500 for traffic. Number 80 Papa, traffic 12 to 1 o'clock, 5 miles westbound, C206 at 8,000, sending 7,000.
Keep an eye out for that traffic, Payday Papa.
Gunfighter 1-1, contact tower. Gunfighter 1-1, switching. Nellis Tower, Gunfighter 1-1, apex for the carrier break. Full stop.
Gunfighter 1-1, Nellis Tower, report 3 mile initial for runway 21 right.
Gunfighter 1-1, we'll go. Let's set up the initial on runway 21 right, 2,700 feet, 350 knots, right-hand brake. On downwind, we'll go down to 2,500 feet.
Got it.
Okay, let's sweep the wings all the way back.
We'll go.
Gunfighter 1-1, initial.
Gunfighter 1-1, clear for the overhead, clear to land runway 21 right.
Gunfighter 1-1, clear to land 21 right. Halfway down the runway, brake right and pop the speed brakes. As the speed decels below 300, move the wing switch to auto. Drop the gear at 250 and the flaps and DLC at 220. You remember that landing checklist?
Yes, sir.
Nice break. Wings are coming forward.
Wings are 20 auto, gears down, sauce on, flaps full, DLC engaged and checked, hook up, harness locked, boards off, spoiler brake selected, fuel checked.
Good. Now descend to 2,500 feet and fly downwind parallel to the runway.
Okay.
Gunfighter 1-1, beam, gear, full stop.
Gunfighter 1-1, wind is 210 at 8, clear to land runway 21 right.
Clear to land 21 right, Gunfighter 1-1. Alright, what's your beam? Begin a 27-degree angle of bank turn for runway 21 right. Stay on speed with pitch and trim and maintain a descent rate using the throttles. 200 to 300 foot per minute until the 90, then increase to 700 foot per minute as you roll wings level. Line up in AOA all the way to touchdown. Don't flare, it's an Air Force base, but we're not.
We'll go.
Once the nose settles onto the runway, hold the stick aft to use the big elevators to help slow down. Once at taxi speed, get the nose wheel steering on, get your flaps up, boards in, and wings to oversweep as you clear the runway.
Yes, sir.
Gunfighter 1-1, clear the active via Bravo, contact ground.
Gunfighter 1-1, we'll go. off the runway to the right onto taxiway Bravo.
Copy.
Nellis ground, gunfighter 1-1, clear of active on Bravo.
Gunfighter 1-1, Nellis ground, taxi Bravo to Foxtrot.
Gunfighter 1-1, we'll go. Turn left onto taxiway Foxtrot, then back to our parking position.
Okay.
Nellis ground, gunfighter 2-1 at Foxtrot, ready to taxi with Bravo.
Gunfighter 2-1, Nellis ground, turn left Foxtrot, right Alpha, cross runway 03 left, hold short, 03 right.
Left Foxtrot, right Alpha, cross 3 left, hold short, 3 right, gunfighter 2-1. Okay, Slick. You did well on your first flight. Get a few drinks, steady up, and rest for the next one. The tempo's gonna increase as we move along. Shit's getting real in the Pacific. We've gotta get you all trained up for the big show.
Yes, sir. Thank you.